today. I'm Wendy O. We're going to be talking about the ridiculous price predictions that Bitcoin could be heading to $30,000 in 57 days. Plus, apparently, Cardano is actually taking off with meme coin season. The way meme coin season had worked, as we saw meme coins on Ethereum many cycles ago. Now we saw them on this particular bull market. Oh, there's no audio? There is audio. We saw Solana and then Tron, and apparently we are seeing Cardano, which is great, fantastic. I own Cardano. I like Cardano. I don't hold a whole lot of it, but it's good. I'm happy. I'm happy for the Cardano community. So anyways, let's get straight into it because there's just not a whole lot going on with crypto stuff. Just really bad news. Well, it's not really bad news. It's just news people don't want to hear because when numbers going down, people get upset because many did not practice risk management. Why don't we practice risk management? Well, why would you practice risk management? Why would you? Why would you? Well, this is the interesting thing. In crypto, when you don't practice risk management, you lose money. But if you practice risk management, people can accuse you of dumping or doing this or doing that, etc. So it's like, what do you do? Well, last time I checked, we're all here to make as much money as ethically as possible in the industry. And I think it's always a good idea to take profits, to practice risk management, to do all of that stuff. All of that. It's important. And you can do it ethically. There's always ways that you can do crypto ethically. Always. So keep that in mind. You are literally here to improve the quality of life of you and your family. Do you think like the bankers on Wall Street, do you think they care? Do you think Nancy Pelosi, do you think she cares? Do you think anyone else in the world cares about you? I don't know what influencers you guys follow on TikTok that say a lot of influencers say invest and didn't say much about risk management. Because that's like one of the biggest things we talk about on the channel, always, all the time. That's why we don't get views like other channels. Which is fine, but we do that all the time on this show. And if you want to know what I'm drinking, this is a coffee mug from when Dee went to Chicago to do a radio tour, and I put chicken bone broth in it from Costco. Why do I drink this? Well, I'm normally supposed to drink it before my coffee, so I have like something in my stomach, but it's got a decent amount of protein. Plus, it's very healthy for you. It's good for the throat. It's got collagen, all of that stuff. All of that stuff. You're not sure that I talk about taking profit all the time, literally all the time. That's another issue too, is there's so many people, like one of the biggest problems with the internet is people like, they come up with these opinions because they hear everybody else talking about the opinions, but they don't realize that a lot of the core people that started the opinions are just like, they don't consider that. And it's funny. There's not a whole lot of common sense that goes around. And I don't know if that's part of like the way people were raised, whatever that is. I have no idea. But anyways, let's get into the, hold on. Let's get into the news and talk about what's going on. Because, I mean, the markets are looking great. Everything's up on the daily. Some nice gains. FTM, which I thought was a dead chain, not really. FTM 13.3%. Aave almost 11%. So on the daily, things are looking good. Weekly, not too bad. And as far as Bitcoin goes, Bitcoin's actually having a really nice rebound. And we were able to hold the line at about 53,000, which was important on the daily. We do take a look at the weekly. We kind of see this bottom over here at 54.7. We did kiss 53,000. We were able to build back above it. Market CIPHER is still looking a little bit bearish. I'm just going to get rid of you because you're annoying. I can't get rid of that. But yeah, it is looking like we are going to break back above 57, which would be absolutely wonderful. But this area over here, the 53,000, is incredibly important, in my personal opinion. And then taking a look at the daily is printed the green dot. So things are looking nice. Like we're going to go ahead and flip 57. And it would be nice to really consolidate between about 57, 58 to about 64. That would be nice. I would like that. I would absolutely like that. But even if we were to range in this area between 53 and about 57, that would be fine too. But I would prefer this range here. But again, we talked about the lower highs on the weekly that we can see. And that's kind of what we've, we'll see what this week brings. But again, we would need to kind of get back above 63 $66,000. And the reason why we're getting the $30,000 target is this. Bernstein predicts a Bitcoin price of 80 to 90,000 if Trump wins presidential race, or 30 to 40,000 if VP Harris is elected. And this is important because this just kind of talks about the sentiment. These Bernstein guys, who really cares? But at the same time, are they really that wrong? Are they really that wrong? Because when we do look at the chart over here, let's take a look. Let's go to this little baby over here. Not this one, this guy over here, okay? Go ahead and move the drawing tools. So $40,000 would be over here. 40 to about $30,000 here. This range, which looks likely. Doesn't look too terribly far off. And then if we did get Trump, they say $80,000 to $90,000, which 80 to 90, we'll do here. That looks reasonable. And I actually I liked this price prediction because it wasn't super far off, especially when you zoom out and you look at the weekly. Like, this is very, very, very much would make sense. Very, very much makes sense. Very much makes sense. It would make sense to me. So from now in the next 57 days when we have election season, $30,000 would be a 43% drop from current price. And if we were to get super bullish, then we can see 60% price movement. So this makes sense. It's pretty fair to me. Pretty fair to me. And then will we have a regular bull run? Who knows? Who even knows? I was actually talking to someone this morning, someone I've used to do business with, somebody I know. Well, I still do business with them. Somebody I know in the industry, and they're like, yeah, I think this will be the last run. I'm done. I'm checking out. And this person's been in the industry since as long as I have. So a lot of people are kind of weary as to what's going to happen, especially with the US, which is wild because crypto is like absolutely taking off when we talk about Asia, when we talk about Dubai and, you know, some other parts of the world. It's absolutely taking off. El Salvador, when the US, just because we have no regulatory certainty, we don't know what's going on, gets a little bit nervous. Well, it's a little bit nervous to be an American, right? A little bit nervous. So to me, that price prediction of the $30,000 to $40,000 Bitcoin doesn't seem unrealistic. And the bullish scenario would be to 80 to 90,000. Seems realistic as well. So we've got a bullish and a bear scenario. And I think that they did a really, really good job. Also, too, they said they set a 200,000 target for Bitcoin by the end of 2025. And by the end of 2029, 500,000 and 1 million by 2033. I love that even more. Love that even more. So maybe I'm going to have to be into crypto by 2023 and then I can retire. So it's really not a bad prediction when you think about it. And then as far as the ETFs go, let's talk about that because that does matter. And then we'll get back into the what's going on with VP Harris and whatnot. So as far as the ETFs go, and again, these matter. These do impact Bitcoin price now. They do. It's a big part of it. The 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs had 1.2 billion in net outflows from August 30th to September 6th and was the longest period of outflows since the launch. So we'll have to see what happens this week. But right now we're seeing some bearish activity with the institutions. People are selling. And then let's get back into the election stuff. And I know election stuff is a bit boring. They're a bit boring, but we do have to talk about it. So tomorrow they are set to debate Trump and Harris. And people are saying it's going to impact the crypto markets due to the tax policy and economic concerns and focus. Traders anticipate market volatility, particularly in Bitcoin and Ethereum, ahead of the debate. Economic data like the CPI report released after the debate could further affect market trends. So the debate is scheduled for Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And I want to discuss this a little bit. There's a lot of people, and I'm seeing these people comment on Twitter, and it's just really annoying at this point. A lot of non-Americans want to comment about a recession in America. I don't know where you guys have been, but we've been in a recession. Like the fact that people have to put basic necessities on their credit cards, food, clothing, shelter to survive, and they're in credit card debt, that's a recession. I lived through 2008. I was fairly young during 2008. And I was working and I remember seeing all the insanity that happened. And it's very much giving those vibes. The only difference is that people aren't losing their homes yet. People aren't getting their cars repo, all of that. That's not what a recession is. I understand what the definition of recession is. It's like 2 consecutive quarters of a decrease or whatever. And that's wonderful. That's fine. It's fantastic that these people, the public servants, the people that create the monetary policy, also give you the definitions for these little terms that not that big a deal, like a recession and inflation and transitory and all that stuff. That's okay. But we're in economic distress in the US. Absolutely. And anybody else that wants to comment on it and say we're not, the fancy TradFi folks, the people with degrees that go to colleges and blah, which nothing against it. I got a bachelor's. Don't use it. But it's just ridiculous to me. Like, I'm seeing the same type of struggle and strife that I saw in 2008. I'm seeing a lot of the same type of signs. And I know the rest of like average people like myself, you guys feel the same. When was the last time you guys got a raise at work? Is your healthcare going up? Is your insurance going up? Is the cost of everything going up? Is your dollar working the same way it was back in 2020, or at least in a similar capacity? It's not. It's not at all. So you can come out with all these fancy reports and all these numbers and the jobs and this and that in your mom.com. But realistically, when you go outside your house, when you get off of the internet, what does it look like? How does it feel? For example, I was in Vegas for Rare Evo. Shout out to Rare Evo in the Cardano community. But I remember walking around with my friends and coworkers, and we're just like, I'm looking and I didn't see as many people drinking, walking around. I saw a lot of people walking around, but I didn't see as many people drinking. I'm thinking, well, why is that? It's Vegas. Like, you can drink on the street. It's supposed to be like the party town. But it seemed like people were cutting back. Like, even a lot of the restaurants, they weren't packed or super busy. And again, I'm not endorsing and saying you need to go to Vegas and to have a good time to drink. I'm simply saying in the past, that's all I've seen is people up and down the streets, packed with drinks, going to this club, going to this restaurant. It was easy to get reservation, all kinds of stuff. And I went on a weekend. That's all that I'm talking about is stuff like that. People just aren't, they're just not doing it and they're not spending. That's just my opinion though. But again, I'm just an idiot on the internet. Make sure you guys smash the like and share this. That helps support me. It helps support the channel. All of that. The DEX tool doesn't show Cardano coins, and it also does not show it also doesn't show ICP meme coins. Yeah, I wish I could go to Vegas and drink. And you know what too? Like, I actually, and this is a funny thing, I like to take little mini vacations because I live in California. Like we're like an hour, 2 hours away from the beach or the mountains, whatever. You know, go stay in like a Motel 6, whatever, just to get like a little getaway. I was looking at the price of hotels. I can't even do that. I don't even want to do that. It's so darn expensive. It was like $800 at this little crappy little motel in Ojai. And I was like, what? So guess what? I'm staying in this weekend. People aren't spending like they used to because everything is so expensive. But I digress. And to further kind of talk about Miss Harris and what's going on, this is a big story. I'm gonna actually have to talk about this a little bit later, but the issue with VP Harris is we're not getting any type of a promise from her or even a mention about crypto. They're not saying we're going to get regulation. They're not saying that we are going to get, you know, we need extra time to work on regulation so that we can come up with something that makes sense to where we support innovation but also protects retail. We're not even getting that. We're getting absolutely nothing from her. Can you vote for her based off different reasons? 100%. Should you? That's personal choice. I'm not here to tell you what you do any way, shape, or form. But it's just a little bit problematic to me to, you know, have this Crypto for Harris group and they're not doing anything. And that should actually alarm you. It should scare you. So let's go ahead and go over this. So first off, the first time in 100 years, Americans will have access to legal elections, market at scale, historical moment for financial markets. This is straight up gambling. That's all that it is. Are you ready to bet on U.S. elections? A judge ruling opens the door. That's wonderful. That's fantastic. Super, super happy for free markets, etc. But the fact that we can bet on elections, we can't use leverage. Retail gets access to only certain types of products. What is that? So gambling is okay, but gambling in crypto is not okay. Investing in crypto is not okay. Participating in crypto is not okay. And I want you guys to really think about it because that's important. I think that does matter. Now, this next story, this is from Mr. Schumer. He sent a letter to his Senate colleagues where he mentioned priorities for passing bipartisan legislation in the remaining months of Congress. Cryptocurrency legislation was not mentioned, but artificial intelligence was. Despite his minutes in the Crypto for Harris town hall that crypto legislation was going to be a pressing priority. So we have this gentleman, a career politician. He wants to pass regulation for AI, not for crypto, even though he said that we were going to do that. He wanted to do both at the same time. I appreciate the want to regulate AI because there's a lot of stuff that's scary about it. But at the same time, free markets are important. But AI is very scary. Now, that being said, this is your chance. This is your chance to come up with something for crypto. But you don't want to do that. And that's what people are asking for. The entire crypto and Bitcoin community, everyone is asking for some sort of crypto regulation. We're asking for something. We've had it at this point. Like, what's going on? What exactly is going on? To me, that's scary. Like, our voices, like, literally, if you go on to Twitter, we have people talking about, we want regulations for crypto. We want guidance. We want liberty. We want retail to be able to participate. That's actually, and a lot of people are not saying they want retail to participate. That's another thing you have to watch too. A lot of these people, these crypto for this, blah, 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 it's not about retail. It's about the rich people. Oop. But it is. It's true. What type of regulation do I want for crypto? Someone on TikTok asked. I think it was Mexi. Well, I would like to know what I can do, what I can't do, what I can participate in. Can I do DeFi? Can I do leverage? Can I do margin? Can I take a loan out? Can I stake? Can I talk about this? That would be nice. Can I create a company in the US? If I create this company and I've got this really dope idea, what can and can't I do? I just want guidance. I want companies to be able to create really dope products in the US, make a lot of money, contribute back, pay the taxes, hire people, provide jobs, provide stimulation for the economy. Heck, educate our junior high kids, our high school kids, people in community college. That's what I want to be able to do. But we don't see that. If you guys notice, Consensus, which was a very, very large crypto conference, you always used to be in the US, they're gone. They're Hong Kong and Canada now. Token 2049, Singapore and Dubai. No one's hosting conferences anymore in the US for multiple reasons. Crypto companies don't want to sponsor in the US. All that revenue is leaving the US. That's why I want regulation. So I know what we can and can't do. Now, Meta Lawman says Harris has just posted her policy positions on her website. There's no mention of digital assets, crypto, or blockchain technology anywhere. So now we know. So this is over here. This is going to be the little article and whatnot. And let me read over here. Yeah, there's no mention of Bitcoin or crypto or digital assets. Again, another one. And we were promised that we would hear something. Election days, what is it, 57 days away? 57. 5-7. Less than 2 months. Is it? November? September, October. Yeah, 2 months. So this guy over here, billionaire donors want Harris to rid of the regulators like they dislike the most. This is from Fortune, and I like this. Let's see what it says. So, major Democratic donors want Harris to replace FTC Chair Lina Khan and SEC Chair Gensler if she wins. The FTC enforces state and federal laws that are designed to make businesses are competing fairly, and Khan is criticized for blocking mergers and seen as hindering business interests. And if you guys don't know what a merger is when two companies come together into a brand new company. And then, of course, Gensler faces backlash for strict regulations of Wall Street and crypto. More so, both of those. So this is my thing. They want her to get rid of these people, but is that really going to bring us positive regulation when it comes to crypto? No, it's still not addressing the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is we want to know what we can and can't do. And if you guys watch the video, I think I dropped it on Friday. It was a kind of a long video, but it talked about what was going on with the CFTC. We had two CFTC commissioners that were like, we don't like this decision about the fine for Uniswap. CFTC should not, or commodities regulators should not have anything to do with DeFi because a commodity is a tangible asset. Hester Peirce chimed in too. So it was Commissioner Pham and Commissioner Mary Singer, and I had the pleasure of interviewing her on CoinDesk. Absolutely amazing. And I got to sit down with Esther. Amazing. So it's more than just removing these people from office, because you can remove somebody that doesn't do their job well. They need to be removed. But it's another thing to also implement regulation that's going to give us guidance, because right now we don't have any, and that's problematic. It's problematic. So it's great that they're calling for the fall down. But that's about it. Now let's get into some degeneracy, some of the crypto degeneracy stuff that we got to talk. We got to talk about Friendtech and Cardano and yourmom.com, all of that. So NEIRO on Ethereum becomes a top 25 meme coin after Binance, Crypto.com, OKX listings. And a lot of people are kind of pissed off at a lot of these top exchanges. And I love Crypto.com. I really, really do. I'm not endorsing them, but I do have a ref link somewhere. Use it if you like. Use whatever's down there. Not your keys, not your coins. Read the terms of services. But Crypto.com has done a great job staying afloat outside of everything. But anyways, people are pissed off because these exchanges are listing meme coins. But hey, you know what? If that's what's working, that's what's making people money, great, fantastic. So NEIRO on Ethereum breaks into the top 25 meme coins by market cap after jumping 233% following a number of crypto exchange listings. Fantastic. And we've got the two different NEIROs. We've got this one over here. This one is Wrapped ETH. And this one is Wrapped ETH as well. Okay, so this is the chart over here. The chart over here. So good, it pumped. Fantastic. Congratulations. You guys have fun with this if you like. So that's what we're mentioning about NEIRO. Nothing else. Now let's talk about Cardano. Cardano hits record trading volume with Snake.fun launch. So this is a platform probably similar to SunPump or SunFun or Pump.fun or whatever the hell they're called. But apparently, Snake.fun dropped something that's probably similar to Pump.fun, etc. And I'm happy for them. So let's go ahead and read some of this stuff. So Cardano's trading volume hit an all-time high following the launch of Snake Fun on September 5th, which is a meme coin launchpad. Creates meme coins for as low as 25 ADA. So what is that? Like $5, $6? Over 20,000 users joined the platform within the first 10 seconds of the launch. And I've got, where's that little wallet? This wallet I have here is called Nansen. What is it called? What is it called? I don't know. But it's my ADA wallet, and it's up here with the MetaMask and Phantom on this particular device. And with that being said, good for them. They should. People deserve to make money on Cardano. Good for you. Happy for you. Just as long as you know the risks. Over 2,000 tokens were released in the first 24 hours. Trading volume hit 5 million ADA. There was a brief network congestion during the launch, and the platform's mechanism includes adding 25% of the token supply to LP on Splash Dex once 75% of the supply is bought and the market cap hits 42,069 ADA. So good for them. Also, too, shout out to my buddy Eric on the Twitter. But apparently there's some drama between Magic Eden and Doge Ordinal, etc. So apparently, folks over at Magic Eden used Doge Ordinal's ecosystem to engagement farm, but didn't really have plans to do too much with it, which sucks. But at the same time, like, I understand that they have to list things that are going to make them money, but I feel like you should, like, just be honest about stuff. So there's a little bit of drama with Magic Eden and their marketing lead and whatnot. But anyways, there was that. Got to give you guys a little bit of drama. And let's talk a little bit about Friendtech. Got to talk a little bit about Friendtech as well, because we were on Friendtech for a while. And is Dogecoin dead? It's not. I'm talking about Doge Ordinals. Huh? Trash talk is not trash talk. I'm out. This is not professional at any level. I don't know. And bye. Thank you for coming to the show. But one of the things I want to say is that this show, I'm a shock jock, and I'm not like a professional news anchor. And I've built a platform kind of being who I am and saying what I want. I don't know what you mean by trash talk, but I don't know like what you're expecting, what your expectations are. I don't know what other streamers you follow, because most of them out the side of their neck about everybody else and their mom. I don't say anything bad about people. I just kind of report on what's happening. I don't even necessarily come for people when they come for me either. I don't. But I'm also not going to keep my mouth shut, and I'm not going to be nice and happy all the time. So if you think trash talk or me like criticizing something or giving both sides, that's not going to happen. You're in the wrong channel. If you think because I'm a girl, I have to be super nice, that's not the way that it works at all. Let's talk a little bit about Friend Tech. That's important. So Friend Tech said, admin and ownership have been set to blah, blah, blah to prevent any changes of their fees functionality in the future. This change will not affect the separate web client operated at Friend Tech, which will continue to function as is, blah, 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 blah. So basically, Friend Tech is like, they're kind of shutting down, but they're not. Well, I guess they are. So September 8, devs transferred control to Ethereum's null address, locking the system and halting new feature implementation. So they are shutting down. So let's talk about that. Was Friend Tech a good idea? Did we talk about it on the channel? Yeah. Did I break even? I think so. Did I lose money? Probably. I lost a lot of time. But I think Friend Tech could have been a good idea, but the VCs, terrible. Some of the top influencers there, terrible. I mean, people are just trying to make money during the bear market, but at the same time, I don't know. I didn't dump anything over there. Why? Because I'm not a person that wants to dump anything. I think it's ridiculous. I think dumping is ridiculous. So something like Friend Tech, I think one of the biggest issues with Friend Tech is that it was so expensive because as number was going up, it was just, they tried to be like a Patreon, but they failed at it desperately. That's really what happened. And again, one of the biggest things I keep seeing in crypto and one of the things I say about it is that if you want your project to thrive, you need to create something that is going to make the current system, that's going to be better than the current system, that's going to get people excited, that's going to make it easier. Like, to me, it was so annoying. You had to go from base to Ethereum and here and there and do all these different things. Like, who the hell's going to do that? When you can just go to Patreon to support your favorite creator, or you can become a member on my channel or give me a donation on whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So it was a great idea, kind of, sort of, but at the same time, it's unfortunate because crypto just keeps making itself look bad time and time again. But again, it was a great social experiment to see what was going to happen. And we'll have to wait and see what the next narrative is. And I think some of the narratives we are going to see coming, hopefully, fingers crossed, in 2025, once things mellow out, and fingers crossed, we get a president that's pro-crypto in the U.S., because we're not doing well here, crypto-wise. But hopefully we'll see revamped versions of, like, music NFTs. Really, like, real NFTs. The NFTs are supposed to be for real creators. And, like, platforms like Friend Tech. Things that make DeFi easier. Things that make multi-chain easier. That type of stuff. Not having to go from this layer to that layer to here to there to your mom got Tom. Also, to you guys, remember with Matic, we can upgrade the Matic to Pole. I still need to do that. But anyways, that's the show for today. I don't know what I'm going to come back with later this evening. If I'm going to come up with something, maybe I'll do a short for you guys. We'll see. But I got some phone calls and things I got to take care of. But I appreciate you guys being with me this morning. And remember, the first story was basically a prediction that had to do with Bernstein. If Miss Harris wins, then they are predicting the market Bitcoin will hit 30 to 40,000. If Trump wins, 80 to 90,000. So we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for watching, sending love and light, and smash the like. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for being wonderful.